Food Farming and Countryside Commission was established in November last year. So we still have 18 months to go to conduct our work. It's chaired by Sir Ian Cheshire and has 15 commissioners drawn from a very wide range of backgrounds and experiences who are guiding our work. The work of the Commission, the mandate indeed from our grant funders, is threefold. We are tasked to inspire a mandate for change among citizens and communities for a new food, farming and countryside system, to shape a vision for that future by engaging people across citizens and communities, businesses, advocates, farmers, growers, everybody who has a stake in the future of food, farming, and the countryside, and let's face it, that is in fact all of us. And then deriving from that a series of policy recommendations. So you'll guess already that our work is enormous and wide-ranging. And people are, of course, already doing an enormous amount of work in this space. So we've been focused very much in recent months on defining and describing what we think our particular contribution is in the Commission as we navigate our exit from the European Union. And I think it's twofold. The first is, building on what previous speakers have already said, is to help join up those often siloed and fragmented policy conversations that happen. The relationship between soils and our public health is actually a very straightforward one. In my article in our recent journal, the RSA Journal, I point out that it actually takes 200 years to grow a beetroot. If you're looking at where the nutrients come from in order to provide a good quality, high quality beetroot. The second contribution that I think we make, which is very significant, is engaging citizens and communities in more thoughtful, more nuanced, more informed conversations about why this matters. It's very difficult for policymakers to be bold and courageous if they're not quite convinced that they're carrying citizens with them. And so the second part of our work, our role in the Commission, is to engage in a very ambitious programme of public involvement and engagement around the country to work with citizens in their communities on these critical issues. And I'm able to announce today that we have just received an additional grant from the Ashton Trust to focus some of our research on sustainable soils. As colleagues have said, these big, intractable problems ultimately depend on human actors to make the change. There are two sorts of human actors.
So I've got to tell you, you've gone over your time. Could you please summarise?
Yes, so two things in one. The first is working with farmers and growers on the behavioural changes that need to be made to help shift their practices. And the second is working with citizens, with members of the public, for them to understand why this matters. That's going to be the focus of our attention over the next 18 months.